welcome back to our channel, and today we are making a chocolate cake which is without condensed milk, which is what we were waiting for from so long, and I'm here with the recipe finally. So we are going to start with the video directly and not waste much of your time. So guys, I have all my ingredients ready here. First I'm going to go ahead and sieve all the dry ingredients together. So this is the maida I have, and all the measurements are given in the description box below, so you can check it out. Sieving your dry ingredients is very important because that's how you're filling air in your batter, and that is what will give you spongy texture for eggless bakes. I'm using castor sugar. You can also use granulated sugar. जो घर पे चीनी मिलती है वो भी आप यूज कर सकते हो. मैंने लूज कोको पाउडर यूज किया है. आप जो आपको ब्रांडेड अगर मिलता है जैसे हर्शीज या कैडबरी, you can use that also. Now taking a whisk, you can also use a spoon and give it a nice quick mix, making sure all the ingredients are well incorporated. If you take a deep bowl, make sure जो भी नीचे ingredients है वो भी अच्छे से mix हो जाए. Once this is done, now what we'll do is we'll start adding our wet ingredients, which is water. I'm adding water slowly and keeping on mixing the batter together. Then slowly I'll add on the oil. I'm using normal vegetable oil that we have at home. Do not use any flavorful or the oil that has any odor. Now lastly, here is my baking soda. I'm going to add it to the vinegar. Give it a nice stir and add it to the mixture. If the dish that you're using to make your batter is deeper, there will be dry ingredients stuck at the bottom. So make sure you're mixing it very nicely. Otherwise you'll get those lumps in your cake, and that doesn't look really nice and that doesn't taste nice, obviously. So alright, now last and my favorite ingredient, because this adds up to the beauty of your cake, this is the liquid soda that we get, and I'm going to add this to our batter last at the end. And give it a quick mix. Do not overbeat your batter, do not overmix your batter. You can see how luscious it is looking. This is what you want the batter's consistency to be like. Just going to again collect all the extra batter on the sides to make sure everything is well mixed. Alright, so our batter is ready, and I will be baking it at 160 degrees and I'll show you the result. So guys, if you all follow me on Instagram, you all know that I make recipes that only require this kind of parchment paper, which like you don't need to literally cover the whole circle. So you can see I've added this much parchment paper in one mold, and of course I've used oil to grease it, and this much parchment paper on the other one. So I randomly just tear the parchment paper, and also by the way you can reuse the parchment paper for 2-3 more recipes if you all want. Of course in the course of the same day or maybe till the next day, but you can definitely reuse it. And I always recommend using parchment paper because butter paper is very sticky. It is not actually specifically for baking like parchment paper, so definitely use parchment paper instead of using butter paper. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 different layers. Basically I'm going to divide this one batter into 2 different layers in these 2 pans and divide it exactly like into equal half, and so it will take some less time to bake, and also it will bake evenly, so we'll have exact even layers while we're layering the cake. Once that's done, you just tap it a little so all the air bubbles that are trapped at the bottom, they come up. Okay, but not too much also. It's been 5 minutes that my oven is preheating, and I'm going to pop these 2 molds inside right away. And let it bake for at least 20 to 25 minutes, and then check it with a toothpick or a tester, cake tester. Do not use a chaku, do not use a knife. Patla knife aata hai, wo bhi mat use karo, because once you put a indent in between, like once you check with a chaku also, like with a knife, it will definitely sink in your cake if your cake is not baked from the center as well. So make sure that you remember this tip. So guys, my cakes are out and they have been cooling outside since it's been around 10 to 15 minutes now, and they've been nicely baked. So I'm going to show you the sponge. I'm not going to cut it properly because they are for order, but I'm going to show you, I'll be layering the cake, so I'll be showing you the inside of the sponge for sure. You can see this is the back of the cake. It's so nice and spongy and very soft. You don't need to add a lot of sugar syrup while soaking this cake, so it's very beautiful like that. And you can also see how it is not very like it doesn't have any bumps as such. जो भी थोड़ा बहुत bumpy है वो आप काट सकते हो, बहुत ही हल्का सा bump है. This is the back side of the cake and this is the front. As you all can see, it doesn't have too much bump, so I'm going to leave this one as it is. I'm just going to layer it from the center. You can see all these like this, the top is kind of sticky. It's all because of sugar, and you can see the crumbs and pores are really beautiful of this cake. So guys, as you can see, my hair is tied up. I have gloves in my hands. That means I've just finished making this whole cake right here. It looks delicious and I'm sure it tastes amazing as well. You will know once you make the recipe and see. The icing that I've used here is chocolate ganache, but I will not be describing how I make chocolate ganache because one, there's another video which has chocolate ganache ka making, so you can go check that out. Otherwise, if you want to learn properly how to make chocolate ganache, I have a class which is brilliant because it also has another recipe which is another eggless oil based recipe, so you can go enroll for that. DM us on Instagram if you want to join that class. But this cake is amazing, so first you can try this cake out if you like this recipe. If you want to see the making of this cake, go ahead and check it out on our Instagram because we have, by now I'm sure that I posted the reel. So go check it out and let me know how you liked it in the comments below, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to give it a like, and thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to stay safe. I'll see you all really soon. Thank you so much. Bye.